Courtney Brennan. I'm 36 years old and we have 4 kids. Wyatt is 9, Sawyer's 6, and our twins are 9 months, Audrey and Grayson. My doctor, my OBGYN, had scheduled a planned C-section for me at 37 weeks. I was excited, we were ready. I felt like it was probably the best pregnancy I've had of all 3 of my pregnancies. I woke up at 4 in the morning and I had this pain in my chest, and it felt like it was a pain that I've never felt before. I kept saying, I feel like I have a brick on my chest. It was this just intense heaviness. I thought in my head, I'm either going into labor or I'm having a panic attack. You don't think heart attack. I mean, I'm 35, I'm healthy, I've had a healthy pregnancy. That was the last thing on my mind. I feel like I'm dying. I feel like I'm dying. I remember saying that out loud, and things were not normal, and I knew something was really wrong. They took me up to labor and delivery, and the nurses up there said, "You're having a heart attack," and I just was like, it just blew my mind. I think the doctors were most nervous because I was pregnant with twins, and we all know that that could have its own complications, and then how to handle repairing my heart. I had SCAD, which is spontaneous coronary artery dissection, and basically it's a tear in your artery, and it happens to women and it happens to healthy hearts. They had to repair it at that point, so the doctors put 7 stents in my heart to open up my artery. At that point, they made the decision to deliver the babies, and oddly enough, they were born at 9/11 in the same minute. The babies were fine. At that point, it was getting pretty serious for my body. I was on blood thinners, and that was not good for a delivery situation. So I was just continuing to bleed, and my heart was still weak at that point. My husband and mom and mother-in-law had a conversation with one of the doctors, and he was like, he told them, he said, "I just want you to know that she may not make it through the day." And I think for my husband and family and friends, that was awful. It was very touch and go. They were not sure if they were going to have to put me on an ECMO machine to help my heart to rest. They couldn't get me to stop bleeding. There was lots of conversation back and forth about what to do next, but miraculously my blood gases got better and they didn't have to take that next step. I didn't even think for a second that I was gonna die. Even though that reality was there for my medical situation, I just was like, I need to see these babies, I need to get better, and let's move on. Initially, I said, well, this came out of nowhere, but then I think back to some of the symptoms that I had, and it could have been something. It's so easy to say, oh, I can't be having a heart attack. Heart attacks happen to people who are unhealthy. They happen to people who are, in their 60s. I'm young. Well, let me be the first to say that it can happen to anyone. Support the American Heart Association because research needs to continue. People are dying of heart attacks all the time. And I think I'm just lucky enough that I was in the right hands that day. I do believe that it was like a miracle on this earth. I think having a heart attack at 35, you're like, wow, I have a long life to live with a bum heart. Yeah, I worry about how my heart will respond to life in the future. And I'm grateful to be here and be alive and have this story that I can share. I'm lucky enough to be alive, and I'm lucky enough to have a voice that says, we need to take this seriously. This could happen to anybody.